Change your words, change your world. How? By just changing the different words, choosing the different words to say the same thing can dramatically shift your entire world, your career, your relationship, your thought process, everything changes if you change your words. How does that happen? That's the topic for this presentation. Hello, this is Ravi, wishing you happiness and success. Now, I help ambitious professionals to get ahead in the career and get promotion all the way to director VP position. So the critical part in that piece is changing the language that we use. So here is the thing, like getting to the topic, how you can change your world, but just by simply changing the world, changing your, change your words and change your world. What do I mean by that? Think about it. The certain words that we use makes us feel different. Certain words that and if you choose a different word, it makes you feel different. I'm going to give you very three specific examples of it, but just imagine like somebody asks you, how was your day? Yeah, it was good. Now good doesn't have that energy. Even if you had something really magical, something, your stock that you bought has gone up, or something, your son has got some really good grades or college admission, but you say, oh, day is good. There is no emotions behind it. But if you just say that, just instead of using the word good, you just say, "Oh, my day is fantastic." It just changes the emotion that you feel. It changes the perception that other person gets it. Just simply changing the word can, you can change the entire world. So I'll give you three examples. First thing is about, this is one thing that stops all our clients who are really ethical and who think they have a lot of big potential and who think that my work will speak for itself. What stops them? They use a word called politics. They say, "Oh, I'm an ethical person. I work, do my work. I don't get into involved into this politics of the office. I really hate that." Obviously, who is gonna like when you use the word politics? Nobody likes it. As soon as you utter this word, you start feeling very negative about anything that is happening around you. Maybe your boss is favoring other people. Maybe your boss is ignoring your request. Maybe your boss is not taking you to upper management meetings, and and he's taking somebody else. You might feel like you're getting sidelined, and then you name it as the politics, right? And as soon as you name it as a politics, you start having that negative feelings towards it. And what you feel, that's how you behave. You start going away from it. You start saying that that's not me, and then even if your boss is trying to help you, you wouldn't be able to see that. Change that word simply from politics to power game. It's a game. It's a game of power, and everybody's playing it. Once you start seeing it, now this is example of soccer game. In soccer, it's a game. People are supposed to steal ball from you. Even sometimes your team members are not supposed to give the ball to you because you may not be in the right position. So that is the game. Same in office. It's a game of power. You are supposed to acquire power. Other people are supposed to acquire power, and that's how you grow. They are playing their part. They are playing the game well. If you start just using this word, think about it. How does it feel now? When you say politics, it feels so yucky. When you say it's a power game, you start thinking positive, and then you start taking different actions. Second example I can give you. Second example, you might have heard this motivational speaker: think positive, be positive. Then the positive and negative. You would say that, oh, get rid of negative thinking. Now, as soon as you say negative thinking, what happens to that mind? Oh, what kind of person I am? I'm a negative thinker. I shouldn't be doing this. This is a bad thing that I do. And you start, that self doubter starts coming up, and it becomes hard to do anything about it. So simply changing that thing, there is nothing negative, there is nothing positive. It's just the thinking. It's just the thought process that you have. It's just a different word, a different thinking. So instead of saying positive thinking or negative thinking, start using word It's another thinking. It's a different thinking. Now, here is the thing that both the thing that you have been perceiving, negative and positive, both may be true. And that's the problem happens when you label something negative, and then that self-doubter will start telling you, no, 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 it's not negative. There is some positive behind it. You feel that, you shouldn't be taking risk. That's not a negative. If you label it negative thinking, then self-doubter will say, no, there is nothing negative in it. You should be being cautious. You have lots of family responsibility. So that negative, as soon as you use word negative, you feel different, your thoughts are different. But if you say it's just a different thinking, it's not negative, it's not positive, it's different thinking. I used to think that I cannot get big promotions, or I shouldn't be thinking big, or I may not have that skills. Just say that, okay, this is one thinking, that's fine. That has they made you kept you safe, but you have this another thinking, and this, you have a choice to choose. Then it becomes super easy for you to choose the thinking that will serve your purpose. So there is no negative or positive, it's just a different thinking. And the third one, cost. Whenever we try to do something big in our life, we'd start thinking, oh, what is going to cost me? If I want to change my job, it's going to cost me in terms of effort. It's going to cost me sleepless nights. It's going to cost me comfort. And even if I want to get promotion in my life, it's going to cost me in terms of stress. It's going to cost me in terms of extra work in the evening. It's going to cost me in terms of pressure. It's going to cost, 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 cost. But if you just change that word from cost to investment, magic happens. And that's what I have observed when people come to me. I tell them about all the programs and everything, and at the end they ask me, what is the cost of the program? And there are certain people who ask, what is the investment in it? There is a big difference I see in those people's thought process. The people who are ask me what is the cost, they are totally ignoring the fact that not having the skills of career sponsorship and executive presence is costing them. And they keep focusing on the cost of the program. And there's all this negative thought process. Again, I'll say different thought process creeps up in mind. And that's what they're thinking. I'm thinking negative here. And that keep them stuck. But there are other people who are thinking in terms of investment. They say, Ravi, this is the investment I'm doing in myself. And then immediately the thinking and immediately energy and the inspiration starts changing. So same thing here, in your life, if you feel by going to gym is going to cost me, it's going to cost me $100. It's not the cost, it's an investment. When you say cost, you won't be able to take those action. When you say investment, you will be able to take action. Does it make sense? It does, definitely, because once you start using it, you'll realizing it. So start noticing the words that you can change. Use something different. Use different word. Use empowering word. And the choice is yours. You can use these words which are dragging you down. You can use these words which will take you up. So three things: politics to power, power game, negative thinking to different thinking, and is it costing me or am I investing in myself? And there are so many other words that we teach in our program. These are the biggest one that you can start working with. So if you want to take this to the next level, invest your time in watching my webinar, 5 Steps to High Position, and I'll see you. I have a link here, and then you can watch it and hope to talk to you one-on-one personally. This is Ravi, wishing you happiness and success.